Hello my darling dragon friends, my name is Ariel, I am the Sassy Dragon, and today we have got a new fragrance for us to try and review, and that is going to be the latest flanker from the Libre collection from Yves Saint Laurent. I'm not sure if I'm saying this correctly. Some people say Libre without the R or the E. I'm an astrology, professional, so I, tend to want to say Libra, like the astrological sign Libra. And sometimes I just say Libra, like with an E. And so whichever way you say it, this has been a very, very popular line for Yves Saint Laurent. And I do have a number of these, including the original Eau de Parfum. I have not yet reviewed any of them, so this will actually be my first Libre perfume review of any kind. We're going to go ahead and put this on so I can just let it kind of breathe a little bit while we talk about it. I did try this one on. I was lucky enough to get this nice deluxe sample from Sephora. So we're just going to go ahead and read about this one while it does its thing. Oh yeah, when you first put it on, you definitely get a hint of the original fragrance for sure. Just in a passing whiff, it's almost identical, just from that. But it gets deeper, right? Of course, it's got nuance to it because it is a different blend. Their official statement is that Libre Flowers and Flames, that is the new one, that is the official name for it, Libre Flowers and Flames, is a warm and sensual interpretation of the iconic Libre. This fragrance blooms with a creamy cocoa palm tree flower and a spicy solar lily flower complemented by vanilla for a long-lasting effect. So, as with the original, we do have the lavender at the top, but we do have some bergamot, which makes it a little fruitier on the top. The main thing that you're going to notice that has been dropped for this particular blend is they took away the black currant. The black currant is a favorite of mine in perfume. I absolutely love it, and also its leafier, greener counterpart cassis. Both of those are gorgeous in perfume. They have a fruity yet not syrupy kind of scent to them. It gives it a sparkling sort of fruitiness, but not one. It's a little tangy, but not quite completely tart like a citrus, right? It's a really, really specific kind of scent. It's not a typical berry like you would think of a strawberry, raspberry, but it brings a little bit of that zing of a fruit note. So I'm a big fan of it, but the big thing that can happen with cassis or black currant, and if you're new to reading about or learning about perfumes, which I'm sort of on a journey with fragrance. But the thing that I started reading more and more about when I would read about black currant and cassis is that some people think it smells like cat pee. So there is an issue for some folks with their own chemistry or with the way the black currant is blended into the fragrance that can sometimes really be interpreted that way as like that cat urine odor. So I personally have not experienced that a whole lot, thank goodness, with black currant or cassis. And it's one of my favorite, a couple of my favorite fragrances have that in it. So that's not been an issue. But I will say with the original Libre, I do notice just a little bit of that when I smell it. It's not enough for me to say it's off-putting or that it actually makes me think urine, but I do absolutely get what people are saying when they talk about that. So if the black currant or cassis for you is an issue, you're going to really appreciate that they did not include that in this variation of Libre. So that lavender is still in it. That's a very key component of this fragrance. To me, this is a much softer lavender. It smells more like a French lavender than an English lavender. It's not that like more masculine bracing scent like you might find in Mon Guerlain, or in, what was another lavender forward scent that I recently smelled? I think it was actually the Burberry Goddess Intense had a really strong lavender like that in the beginning. But Libre Flames and Flowers does not have that type of lavender to my nose at all. It is a much softer, much gentler kind of lavender, and it does blend really nicely with that kind of sparkly, juicy bergamot at the top. The middle notes are going to be, you know, are going to bring back a little bit of the white floral. It has orange blossom, more lavender, coconut, lily, and palm tree. So it gives it a slightly, I wouldn't call it tropical. And honestly, I will tell you, I do smell a little bit of the lily blended nicely with that orange blossom. But for me, the coconut with this is very soft, if almost non-existent to my nose. It just isn't there for me. So if you're hoping for a lot of coconut in this, you're not probably going to get it unless you just are very sensitive to coconut notes. But the good thing about that is because it's blended so seamlessly in, I think it provides a little bit more of kind of a creaminess, a softer touch around, you know, like the lavender notes that could be a little sharper. So it keeps it from being, you know, going into that realm of that, you know, more bracing, sharp aesthetic on the lavender. That's really what I think it brings to it. The lily is also nicely blended. I will say this is maybe not something I would buy because I already have several of the Libre flankers. My personal favorite is the Libre Intense Eau de Parfum that had like the vanilla orchid kind of dialed up in it. That's one of my personal favorite of the flankers. And I will review all of these, guys. It's just, I have so many perfumes. There's so many of these to try to get to. But that's my favorite one of the Libre line. But I will say that if you don't have any of these and you're looking for one that dials back the lavender a little more, or maybe you've smelled a couple of them and you're like, the lavender's a little too much, or the black currant, this one is going to be perfect for you because it doesn't have that sharp lavender, and the coconut really serves to kind of smooth the blend out more than stand out, which is nice, I think, because there's a lot of coconut influenced perfumes these days. It's kind of a trendy note that people are putting in fragrance, and so it's nice to see it blended a little nicer, a little smoother, where it just gives that, it gives that nice creaminess. And the base note is just the vanilla. So this does not have any kind of heavy, dry, woodsy, you know, patchouli. There's nothing kind of heavy in it. This is a very, I wouldn't say completely light, I would say moderately light. If I was gonna, I don't like attributing seasons to a fragrance, but this for me could be perfect for, like, you know, early through late summer. It's a little bit beachy without being beachy. That's what I really like about this, because there are so many fragrances that promote themselves as beachy, tropical, etc., and they're just like, it's like sunscreen. It screams like, this is for the beach. And there's nothing wrong with that if you like that. Like, I've got a sample of Maison Margiela's Beach Walk here that I'm going to review soon, and I really do like it, but honestly, it's not something I would wear personally on an everyday level, because it's like, I don't want to smell like the beach all the time, or have that thing going on. So this, to me, fits a really nice little pocket of perfumery where we have some of those more solar, tropical notes being blended in a way that is not overtly tropical or beachy. This is just a very nice, softer interpretation of the original. It drops the sharpness of the lavender, it gets rid of the problematic black currant, and it just presents it in a little bit more pure, slightly warm. I wouldn't say super warm, but just warm enough. It is like just the nice, like a nice day when the sun is coming through, and it's just right. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It really is in that little Goldilocks zone. So if you haven't, you know, found your favorite Libre yet, this might just be the one. Like I said, I don't know that I would necessarily add it because I've already got a few a few different of the Libres, and I really do like them. I think this is a gorgeous fragrance. And I don't know who the perfumer, I know I always tell you guys who the perfumer is, And Filippo has been on most of the Libre fragrances, I think almost all of them from the original on. They don't have her officially noted on this fragrance particularly, but I would imagine she is probably also the nose behind this perfume as well. So I hope you enjoyed my review. Let me know below in the comments. I always love to see what you think about any of these fragrances. Tell me what your favorite Libre is. Let me know if you have tried this one yet. And as always, if there's one you would like to see me review in the future, do leave that comment as well. And I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.